Yo, what is going on?
I'm always taking off.
Gotta get ready, baby. Come on. Gotta get ready.
Sorry.
What is going on? She's never ready.
Never ready.
So sorry we're a little late today. We did have some technical difficulties.
We had a chair problem last night.
We had a chair. That's why Samurai Guy looks like a giant. Well, I am a giant anyway.
My chair.
So we had some
chair break.
Some technical malfunctions going on here too.
And then another chair that just sank last minute. So I'm looking extra midgety.
She's a hobbit today.
So it's fine.
What is going on? All you movie loving badasses. It's your boy, PhatSamuraiGuy, back again with a live Q&A/movie review recap, or kind of catch up, more catch up.
We
got a lot to talk about.
Last week. Actually.
Were we?
We were going to do it last week. We were actually going to do, because I wanted to do the RRR Redux last week.
Oh, gotcha.
But we had a kitten mishap.
Yes.
And it kind of worked out.
Right.
Because we were able to catch up on a bunch of movies.
Yeah. So we're going to have fun today. So I hope you guys are relaxed, chilling, always looking sexy, hanging out with us today. Grab your drink. Beer or water or Coke, it's all good. Hope you guys got a slice of pizza. We got a lot to discuss today. And we love discussing movies and series and all that stuff. Films, old and new, we're going to discuss today. That's right. But yeah, let's see. We got to get the roll call off the chain foist. We got Gilbert Berger in the house. What's going on? Certified badass channel member in the house. What's going on? We got Tyler in the house. Severio. That's right. We got Heather in the house. Jake Hall. Kevin Lambert. Oh, shit. That's right. This guy, the coolest YouTuber on the God's green earth. This guy. You're hilarious, Kevin, but thanks for being there, my friend. Jake Hall, Patrick D. Who else we got in the house? We got Lataro in the house. What's going on? Andrea's here. Who else we got here? I think I said what's up to Heather. Oh shit. What? Pizza's on the way. You didn't invite us?
Hey.
I'm just kidding. What's going on, brother? All right. You got some apple juice. That's fine. That's good. That's good. We rocking and rolling.
I haven't had apple juice and oh my god.
I know. What is apple juice? It's been a long time. It might be time to partake and said apple juice. Heather says, love the hair.
Oh, thank you.
Lady Fat Blood. There you go.
It's new and it's unwielding right now, so it's kind of doing
good.
whatever it wants right now.
All right, Samurai Guy, your video quality and sound is a bit off. Okay, not sure why. The video quality should be the same. It could be the mic is more towards her. So let's try this. Just want to make sure. How's it sound now, guys? Does it sound better in terms of sound? Let me know before we get started. Let me double check the audio just in case to make sure it is coming from the mic.
Sumo says we're fine.
Okay, Sumo says we're good. All right. I want to put it I'll put it in the middle there.
Severio says we're fine. Kevin says we're good.
Okay.
It might have been because the mic was too far from you.
All right. So,
see, the problem is someone has a radio voice and someone has no voice. So he puts the mic closer to me because I need help.
Because I'm so loud.
And he's the booming.
Hello there.
He's got the
hello there, which we'll get to that a little bit later. Before we jump into it,
I'll try a little harder. I'm sorry.
Oh, but now she sounds too far. There we go. I think that's the sweet spot right there. All right, we'll leave it there. All right, let's keep it rocking and rolling. So before we get into our two more recent movie reviews, the picture is still not as it usually is. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, it's because I'm pasty white. That's why I'm glowing. I'm sorry. We all know this. There's nothing that can be done.
Yes.
The light's always, and I am what I am.
Yeah.
I apologize for that. There's nothing I can do about it.
It's always bright because we got the light right here.
And sun is not my friend. Skin cancer runs in the family. I am not going to do anything about that. So.
It's that European blood over here.
Mm-hmm. I have 7 shades of white. I can't do anything about that.
All right. So let's go ahead and because we got a lot to discuss today. Thanks again, all you beautiful badasses for hanging out with us on a Friday night. Cheers. That's right. Let's cheers it up for the Movie Dojo Army. Splacky.
We are going hardcore water.
Hardcore high quality H2O. That's right. That's right. All right. So before we talk about our two of the most recent movies that we watched, and we will review them and rate them. There'll be minor spoilers tonight. Then we'll go into Obi-Wan. Then we'll go into some older films that we actually caught up on, we have not seen. And you're going to be surprised with a lot of these. That's why I didn't even put them in a description. I wanted to be a surprise. You're going to be like, you guys haven't seen that? So it's kind of funny that way. And then we'll see where it goes after that. But before we get into it, we got a little bit of RRR Redux. I know you guys see that in the video title, and you're probably like, "What are you talking about? You guys already talked about RRR." Well, we love the movie so much. We both gave it an A+. That was our introduction. It was like our first Indian movie, and we were because we're not familiar with the genre or anything like that. This is literally our first movie. So we were calling it Bollywood. We were in Bollywood heaven, but we didn't know a few extra things.
So what was it? 2 weeks ago now we're going on?
I think so.
When we did the review.
Yes.
And this is why we wanted to address this last week, because
right, but we couldn't. Yeah.
Basically, just about as soon as the live video had ended and the video started to kind of pick up, we kind of were inundated with very passionate fans of the film, very, very, very numerously letting us know this is not Bollywood.
It's not a Bollywood
you
movie.
Ignorant America swine. No, they didn't say that. They didn't say that. They're very nice about it, but they're rightfully letting us know this is not Bollywood.
Right.
This is actually Tollywood. Now, you got to understand, from an international standpoint, I guess you could say Bollywood is kind of a shorthand for Indian cinema in general. If you're kind of ignorant as we were, there is kind of a shorthand for Bollywood would just be an gross oversimplification of Indian cinema in general. But India is a huge country. It's a huge republic with dozens of states and unions, and they speak hundreds of languages over there. It's a huge thing going on over there, and there's dozens of different subgenres over there of cinema. We didn't know this. Right. And the three I'm going to touch on for the sake of oversimplification is Bollywood, Tollywood, and Collywood. There are dozens more.
Yeah, I seen a few more. They were letting me know.
There are dozens more.
Yeah.
But RRR is technically not Bollywood. It is Tollywood because of the language that it was filmed in and the region that it came from, which is the language Telugu, which is also shorthand.
Okay.
But there's also Collywood, which is Tamil. Okay. Now, Bollywood would be Hindu.
Okay.
Bombay.
Okay.
So, which the Bombay region. Okay. Now, we saw the film dubbed in Hindu.
Right.
Because Netflix didn't give us any other options. Now, interestingly enough, there are some Indian cinema that the three primary, I'm not going to say primary, meaning that there are three primary languages in India. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying for the sake of oversimplification, there are three primary languages that you will find on Netflix only.
Well, Amazon Prime, I think there's different versions of the same movie.
That's what I'm saying. For the sake of oversimplification, you can find three languages, which is Hindu, Tamil, and Telugu. Those are only the three languages that I've ever seen available to us here.
Yeah.
And so for the sake of oversimplification, Bollywood, Tollywood, and Collywood.
Right.
RRR is Tollywood. We were miscalling it. We were mislabeling it. Bollywood.
Right.
Thank you to the people from India who were jumping in many times over and saying, ignorant swine, fuck off. It's not fucking Bollywood, you idiots. No, again, they're very nice about it.
They were nice.
But we wanted to say that, hey, we made a mistake. We didn't know.
Right.
The last thing I want to do when I'm learning about a new genre of film is get it wrong straight out of the gate. And it's interesting because there is a difference.
Right.
There is a very big difference. I was reading up on all the different genres of film that they got going on over there. There's a huge difference.
But yeah, it was like one of the Indian action movies that looked interesting. I think it was called War, that I wanted to watch. This was like way before RRR, and I was confused, when I came across like 4 different versions of the same movie. You know what I mean? So I was like, what's going on? But now we know. Now we know. So.
Yeah.
Aman here says, just use the term Indian film industry in your reviews and call it a day.
It's probably going to be easier that way at this rate.
But I posted a comment and I pinned it to the top of that video. And I thanked everyone. So thank you, all Indian fans. Thank you so much for educating us and letting us know what's going on. So now we know moving forward. But I had to pin it up there, thanking all of them. But at the same time, I had to let them know that really what they should be taking out of that video, the most important thing they should be taking out of the video, is you have someone who doesn't know anything about the genre or the film industry, who's from another country and from another culture completely, and completely fell in love with their movie. That's the most important thing I think they need to appreciate in the video. That's kind of the point, really. But thanks again for educating us. And that video for a live stream, it got over 11,000 views, which is insane. So thank you guys for watching and supporting us. I really appreciate that. But yeah, we do appreciate the very respectful education comments. We appreciate that.
Tons of it.
But what is going on? But yeah,
we know.
Now we know. And no one is half the battle. G.I. motherfucking Joe. All right, who else we got here? Samurai looking ripped. Raider Nation must have got that check I sent him in the mail to say that. Did you get the check? Because ain't nobody looking ripped around here. But thanks, my friend. Thank you. All right, now that we got the RRR out of the way, still love the movie. Yes. Still an A+. Still love it, man.
Looking forward to seeing.
Yeah, looking forward to see more
from the Indian film industry.
Yes, and thank you guys on that comment in the comment section for all the recommendations. So I can't wait to watch some more badassity. Yes. All right. Are those sleeves on your shirt? Sleeves? Yes. Why? He's not used to me wearing sleeves. Is that what it is?
Maybe.
I'm always wearing cut-off shirts. What's up, Bob Odinson? What's going on? All right. So now we got RRR out of the way. If you guys have not seen it, check it out. It's amazing. Okay, here we go. Let us go ahead and jump right into the Foist movie.
Hello, Ace.
All right. The
Unbearable Weight of Massive Fustle.
Massive Fustle.
Massive talent.
Which we wanted to see in the theater.
Yeah.
Two of the movies that we're going to talk about tonight, we wanted to see in the theater, but we weren't able to. But it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. And Nicolas Cage is playing Nicolas Cage. So when we saw the trailer way back, thanks, Kevin. When we saw the trailer way back, we were already sold. We were in. We were like, we got to see this. Nicolas Cage is playing motherfucking Nicolas Cage. We're in. All right, so let's just kind of jump into it. So I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to rent it on demand and watch it that way. And man, what a fun movie. This movie it was a blast. We enjoyed it. But let's talk a little bit about the plot synopsis. So things aren't looking well. It's not going too well for Nick Cage in his career at this point. It's a combination of he's not in demand, meets kind of fucking things up for his family, his daughter has a birthday party that goes horribly wrong. And, because of his drinking, things don't go well. And he still has respect for his craft and for what he does, but he's just not in demand. So it's hard to get certain gigs. I mean, even there was a part in the movie where he got turned down, So we have our boy here. We have Dr. Horrible is his agent here. And he pretty much tells him, he's like, look, all right, I got this great gig. All right. We have this guy, he's philanthropist. What is it?
Uh-huh.
Is that the word? Philanthropist, multi-billion-dollar guy who's a huge Nicolas Cage fan. He's like, hey, he just wants to pay buku bucks to get you out here and visit him. And Nick Cage at this point, he's like, fuck it, I'll do it. I'll just do it. I'm not fucking no one. Get it out there. I'm not going to be fucking nobody. All right. But I'll go out there and entertain him, whatever. And then we'll take it from there. Go ahead.
So the philanthropist ends up being Pedro Pascal.
It was great in this movie as well. Yeah.
Right. And you end up getting this possibility he might end up being this drug dealer, this major drug lord.
Right.
And the FBI ends up getting involved, FBI shorthand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they get in Nicolas Cage's ear, hey, we need you to work for us and, get in with this. And, we need you to kind of, we need you to be our ear in with this guy.
Yeah. Because a girl gets kidnapped. They're trying to rescue the girl. And we need you to basically go along with it. We're going to wire you, and we need information because, you're dealing with the drug kingpin, basically. But what's funny is before the FBI uses him, this movie kind of gave RRR a run for its money in terms of the bromance moments that we get. And there's some hilarious scenes between both actors or characters as well, and it's just a lot of fun. They've grown to Nicolas Cage has grown to like him, and they both are become kind of friends actually. So it's difficult for him to make the decision because he doesn't believe them. He doesn't believe the agents. He's like, there's no way this guy's a kingpin. There's no way. I know this guy. He's a cool dude. He's a nice guy. He's got a huge Nicolas Cage museum. If you look closely there, guys, you can see the fucking beast from Mandy, the awesome weapon right there in the middle, which is cool. Not big shout out to Mandy, but yeah, this was hilarious, and you got to love this horrific wax figure.
Which freaks him out.
It freaks him out. Yeah, Nicolas Cage from Face Off. But yeah, not to spoil too much, but things start to get a little crazy towards the end. And surprisingly, I was not expecting some action. We actually got some action set pieces at the end of the movie. I was actually not expecting that. Now, this movie could have gone wrong without. It's got great performances. It's got a fun script, but sometimes when you have this kind of premise, or comedies in general, when they go super serious in the third act, that can kind of change the tone too much to where it's kind of a downer or kind of ruins the movie, which happens sometimes. You're laughing, you're busting a gut, and then like towards the end, you're like, what the hell? What is going on? We're like super serious now. What happened? You know what I mean? Sometimes that works. In this case, it works. Because they still, even though things got serious, it still had the funny, jokes stuck in there.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Hey, you.
Hey, don't you know we're live?
I let you out so that we would avoid this.
Hey, we made a deal.
Unbelievable.
All right? We're going to let you out, give you freedom.
I specifically let you out to avoid this talk backsies.
We got a loose kitty. Yeah, just I wanted you know what the only nitpick I have is the third act when things started to get crazy. We needed more Nikki. We needed more Nikki scenes with Nikki.
The unexpectedness of Nikki.
Hilarious.
I wasn't expecting Nikki.
Yeah.
At all.
You can tell them what Nikki is. It's fine.
Nikki is the young, hungry, crazy version of Nicolas Cage. Basically, kind of like before he was Nicolas Cage, there was Nikki. Like before he changed his name to Nicolas Cage when he was Nick Coppola.
Right.
He was,
mm-hmm.
young with the goofy looking haircut and all that. And he's waxy CGI.
Yeah, they made him look younger. Yeah.
And he's, right down to him kissing himself later on. like just making out with himself and shit.
Oh, would you say that's like Nikki is a representation of like his ego?
Well, yeah, like his younger, hungrier, just driving him on.
Black leather jacket, cool as fuck.
Just telling him everything that he needs to be, like the fake side of himself, just the overinflatedness, like you said, the ego in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
More of him, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think we could have used a lot more of him, but it was fun. All of his scenes made me laugh when Nikki shows up. But even like, I guess it was kind of his ego because, we have this side plot where Pedro wrote this script. Pedro's character wrote this script because he wanted Nicolas Cage to star in it. And it was kind of an indie drama kind of thing. And Nikki shows up. He's like, "No, man, fuck that. You don't want to do that. You need action, blockbusters, like stuff like that." So it's just kind of back and forth, what kind of movie they wanted to make. All right, here we go. All right. So yeah, we don't want to spoil anymore, but we highly recommend you guys watch The Unbearable Weight. And there's Gravy. There's their kitten of the day. Gravy wants to be a star. I want to talk some shit.
I want to be on the next t-shirt.
I want to be on the next t-shirt.
Where's my mug?
Where's my mug?
Put this mug on a mug.
Put this mug on a mug.
Yeah. The pale ginger menace.
If out of nowhere you hear me scream or you see me jump, yeah, that's this guy grabbing my nuts or my leg or something. But yeah, highly recommend it. Don't want to spoil anything else. So let's go ahead and rate The Unbearable Weight. Was there any issues you had with the movie before we rate it?
Not really. I'm not, like I said, it's hard for me.
It's very well done film.
Comedies are hard for me.
Right.
Like I don't, like, especially modern comedies.
Yeah.
I just, they're hard sell for me just because I don't know. There's just something about, they just don't resonate with me. I don't even, like, I see, oh God, when we went to go see Jurassic World Dominion in the trailer, and every single trailer that was supposed to be a comedy or whatever would come on, and I'd hear the audience laughing. I felt like such a goddamn contrarian boomer, just like rolling my eyes and just like, oh God, can I just blow my brains out now, and you
like comedies. Don't act like you don't.
No,
like
it's not that I don't like comedies.
Yeah.
It's just that they're a hard sell for me.
Yeah.
Modern
Planes,
comedies,
Trains, and Automobiles.
Are
okay.
a hard sell for me.
You liked Role Models.
It has to be.
Is that even modern now? That's probably like 15 years old.
Yeah, it has to be a specific type of comedy. So it has to be like a dry comedy or a dark comedy or like a really, really pitch black comedy. Or just
a really extremely funny comedy,
offbeat type of comedy. Like this was kind of like an offbeat, like Barry,
right?
Which I just finished watching.
Have you guys seen this show Barry on HBO Max?
Okay,
dude,
like I said,
check it out.
Dark shit in Barry. Like I'm saying, like
dark comedy.
It has to be a certain type of comedy to get me into it.
Right.
And so this was kind of like an offbeat, kind of off the wall comedy with a little bit of bromance in it. And so this got me. So it was cute. Yeah. It was a really cute movie.
Yeah. What are you gonna give C is average on our channel? What are you giving the Nicolas Cage playing Nicolas Cage movie?
This was you ended up buying this, right?
Yeah.
So you ended up buying this for like what, $9?
It was on sale for $9. Yeah.
So it was a good $9 buy. So that would be like a good B+.
All right. Samurai Guy's also gonna give it Nick. Fuck it! Solid film. Really enjoyed it. Now, holy crap. How the fuck do we talk about this movie? How do we talk about the next film? Title.
Everything, everywhere. Wait a minute. Let me.
Let's get it right because I always botch the title.
Everything, everywhere, all at once.
Right.
And
holy shit, guys! Oh, sorry, didn't mean to. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry about that.
So, everyone was saying this is the best multiverse movie ever made. Some people said that.
Or of the year. They're basically comparing it to Doctor Strange. They're basically saying, and we really enjoyed Doctor Strange for what it was. We really liked it. They basically said this movie makes Doctor Strange look like it's Doctor Strange is a multiverse movie for babies compared to this movie.
No.
That's what people are saying. We're not saying that.
No.
But people are saying that.
No. Okay. No. I'm going to okay.
Go ahead.
You can come at me.
Okay.
You can come at me.
All right.
Now, you know me.
Yes.
You know what I've given Marvel movies in the past.
Right.
You know I love my Cap trilogy.
Right.
You know I love the Avengers films.
Mm-hmm.
You know I love Thor Ragnarok.
Right.
And the Guardians of the Galaxy films. You know I love I love a lot of the MCU.
Yeah, we do.
But as of late, Disney Marvel can suck a bag of rancid cocks. I enjoy Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we rated it really high.
I enjoyed it.
So
I'm not going to pretend.
Fun.
I'm not going to pretend I didn't like it. Okay?
No, it's fun. It's a fun
I enjoyed
flick.
it. Yeah. But Disney Marvel can suck a bag. I hate their fucking shows. I hate their fucking shows. Disney Star Wars can suck it. I'm starting to get very bitter about the shit that they're cranking out. And I do mean shit. I don't mean that as a, as just a euphemism. I mean, I hate the shit that they're producing. They are making shit for babies.
Yeah.
Because they make content that everybody can enjoy and nobody can get offended and blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, we're watching The Boys and we're going, fuck Disney Marvel. We watched The Boys. We're just now getting into the Umbrella Academy and we're watching The Boys after. We're just like, oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Fuck Disney Marvel.
Yeah.
So after watching Everything Everywhere All at Once, it's like, yeah, this is why I'm starting to kind of get bitter on Marvel movies.
Yeah.
It's not that I don't like Doctor Strange.
We had a blast with it.
It's not that I don't like the movie.
We had fun with it. Yeah, it's a good movie.
But there are certain things that other movies can do that because Disney has the branding of Disney, they simply cannot do because they are Disney.
Yeah.
You can't have fights with dildos. You can't have fights where guys take their pants off and jump on butt plugs and that's their change into doing something. You can't do certain things.
That's how they power up.
You can't do certain things. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
And if you enjoy the Disney stuff, I ain't shitting on you. I'm shitting on the brand.
Right.
That's what it boils down to. I don't know how many times I have to say it,
mm-hmm.
but I'm tired of the same coddled BS that we get over and over again.
Yeah.
With Disney. I'm tired of not being able to take chances. Meanwhile,
mm-hmm.
we just watched an episode of The Boys where we had a dick open a door. A 15-foot long uncircumcised dick opened up a door. Did you hear what I just said? A 15-foot long uncircumcised dick demonetizes YouTube. Opened up a door.
Wow. All right, we're back. Are we back?
What happened?
Let us know if we're back.
Oh my God.
See, don't ever say that again. Are we back? Let us know if you guys can see us before she continues.
What happened?
Okay, good. All right.
Oh.
But yeah, back to the movie. Go ahead.
Oh my God, what happened? Anyway, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's just, when you get stuff that where Doctor Strange was kind of like as much as you can get, Wanda being a psycho and doing what she did to the alternate Professor X and Mr. Fantastic and, you know, all those other characters that she did to them.
Yeah.
That was the most violent we could get,
Mm-hmm.
I felt like, in the MCU.
Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah.
That was the
sure.
most we could ever get because Raimi was in charge.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the most we could ever get out of that.
Right.
And then you get a movie like Everything, Everywhere, all at once with Michelle Yeoh, who just seems to get better with age. I don't know how the hell she does it.
She's fantastic.
Where the movie is so imaginative and so bonkers, and is so playful, and at the end is so goddamn heartwarming. Where I didn't care for the movie. This is gonna seem like it's going off on a little bit of a tangent. Bear with me. I didn't like the movie Brave, the Pixar movie. Okay, I didn't care for it. But it's a movie about mothers and daughters. It was very much mothers and daughters, and you know that whole struggle with independence and you know mothers protecting their daughters, and I didn't connect with that. This movie had a very similar theme. I thought this movie did it better. They did do it better. It's not that it's a bad theme thematically, right? But I thought this movie did it much better. Right. In a movie where you have a dildo fight.
Now here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. You cannot watch clips of this movie. You cannot watch snippets of this movie. If you're curious about this movie and you just watch, well, there's a clip here. Let me just see what all the hubbub's all about. And you watch this clip, and it's two people with hot dog fingers. Okay, you're gonna go, this is the dumbest fucking shit I've ever seen. Yeah, you can't do that with this movie. You have to watch this movie from beginning all the way to the end with no distractions and no bullshit to really appreciate it. Okay,
Zero just had a great comment.
What did he say here?
Zero.
This movie had a, what is that?
Nihilistic conversation
between two rocks with googly eyes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Great. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Here you go. Yes.
Yes. And you take that out of context. And you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. What the fuck is this shit?
And then you take it for what it is in the movie, and you're like, oh yeah, yeah. And it
totally works.
It ends up being a great scene by the end, believe it or not.
Yeah.
You'd never believe me, but yeah.
So
again, breath of fresh air. Movies like this where it's just
there's hope.
There's so much imagination behind it.
Yes, and creativity. Yeah.
Yeah, the story overall, it's
like there's hope that these movies can come out and still be original, different, special.
Yeah.
And it's
so much fun.
Yeah.
And again, so engaging.
Different.
Yeah.
Yes. Not the same old shit you're gonna get all the time. But here's the brief plot synopsis. So excuse me. So you have an aging Chinese immigrant is swept up in an insane adventure where she alone can save the world by exploring other universes, connecting with the lives that she could have led. But there's a lot more to that. But yeah, Michelle Yeoh is phenomenal. But we got James Hong. That's right. Lo Pan, son. Lo Pan from Big Trouble in Little China in here. Jamie Lee Curtis is great in this. And the huge surprise for me, Ke Huy Quan. Ke Huy Quan. All right. If you guys don't know who that is, okay, this guy, not only did he give an amazing physical performance in the fight scenes, but his acting was phenomenal. Can we give this guy Best Supporting Actor award? But if you guys don't know who that is, that's motherfucking Short Round, y'all. That is Short Round from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Yes. And he's been retired from movies for many years now. And boom, man, talk about making a comeback. It was so nice to see him in this. But yeah, beautiful, crazy visuals. We got some crazy shit here. And Michelle Yeoh's performance is just so good. He's like, what the fuck is going on? And Jamie Lee Curtis. This movie is so fascinating, not just as a movie itself, but you got to think about it. The script. Imagine giving the script to Jamie Lee Curtis, and she's like, "What? Yeah. Dildos, hot dog hands, rocks with googly eyes."
Yeah.
I mean, it had to kind of have been a hard sell to everyone involved in this.
Yeah.
But my boy, Short Round, son. and a great fight scene. And I mean, you could call this an action film, but I didn't really look at it that way. There's a few fights, but all the fights, the fight choreography is phenomenal. All of the fights are filmed well. You can see everything. It's how fights are supposed to be filmed, and it's just a blast watching this. You got the Martial Club guys showing up. When the Martial Club guys showed up, I was like, oh, the fight's going to get a little bit more intense. But it's funny throughout, and like you said, heartwarming. Heartwarming. And dealing with her. Now, did you like the daughter, the actress who played the daughter?
Well,
did you think she did a good job as well, or were you kind of like, were you not sure at first? You were like,
I wasn't sure at first.
Right? Yeah,
I definitely wasn't sure.
I was the same way
because I didn't like the character.
Right.
But I think by the end, I was kind of fine, just because of the way it kind of wrapped around by the end.
Yeah,
because just the way things worked out. Because definitely, I wasn't really on board at first. But
look at Cal. Rakakuni. We won't ruin that for you. We will not ruin Rakakuni for you. But it's fucking hilarious.
Oh, no.
But yeah, great visuals. Just it's just such a blast. We definitely would have had fun. We would have had fun seeing this in theater as well. I mean, this was just such a blast. And Michelle Yeoh, man, still the hot dog hands. Oh, I think one of my favorite moments is Pinky of Fury, which was fucking hilarious. But yeah, Michelle Yeoh still got it. I mean, she still got it. She could still do the physical action. Her acting was phenomenal. And I did you get a little bit of Terry Gilliam vibes in this?
A little bit.
Yeah, I did too, which is not a bad thing, because that guy's great. But yeah, overall, fantastic. See, if you just watch this, you're probably like, what the fuck is happening? You watch the movie, believe it or not, it all makes sense. And you have to applaud that they made this batshit premise work. But now we have to watch the director's other movie. We still haven't seen Swiss Army Man.
Yeah.
And I heard that's fucking nuts too. So it makes sense how they're the directors of this. But yeah, just anything else before we rate this?
No.
Just phenomenal. Phenomenal. And man, all right, hold on. So before I give my rating here, Lady Fat Blood, what are you giving this movie?
Oh,
A+. A+.
Absolutely.
Until I saw this movie, RRR, which we also gave an A+, I was already like, this is my favorite film of the year. Like, nothing's going to beat it, right? All I got to say is it's got, just personally for me, it's got some tough competition, but that's a good thing. But holy shit, man, I love this movie. Yes. It's almost like a breath of fresh air. Like, great cinema still exists. Yes. Just phenomenal. Phenomenal. All right. Hold on a second here. Let me go ahead and let's keep rocking and rolling. We're having a blast hanging out with all you badasses. Cheers again. Oh no, Gravy is returned, causing a ruckus. Kevin said earlier, we put him on a shirt, he'll buy it. He'll buy the t-shirt. Oh man, but yeah, phenomenal movie, man. And I didn't get a little emotional.
No,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, I wasn't gonna say anything.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah, you're outing yourself.
No,
outing yourself. That's your fault.
It shows the power of the movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like to have fun. All right, here we go. Severio's got a round 2 apple juice. We're keeping it going. I'm having a blast tonight. All right, let's go ahead, and we're not going to rate Obi-Wan
We're
We're just gonna do.
I'm kidding.
No, we're gonna give our honest thoughts about it. Okay, first up, let's see. So we're gonna be talking about episodes 4 through 6 briefly, quickly. Well, maybe not too quick. I do have some things to rant about. Episode 4 was pretty bad, and there's really not that much to really talk about that. So we're gonna speed through that shit. Just give me a second here. I'm just kind of deleting some images that we don't need in here anymore. You guys are awesome. Thanks again for hanging out. All right, so boom. Episode 4, Obi-Wan Kenobi plots a daring mission into enemy territory, aka the Scooby-Doo episode. Dun 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 dun. And Obi-Wan easily sneaks into Empire's fortress, takes out some stormtroopers.
Leia out forces Riva.
Yes.
And Obi-Wan hides Leia under his raincoat, and then they sneak out.
Yeah, this episode is worthless. Interrogation sequence with Riva trying to be evil, and little Leia basically using the Force to outforce Riva, even though Leia doesn't know anything about the Force.
Didn't we do this in episode 7?
Yes, we did this in episode 7. But yeah, I mean, just a lot of you guys remember the pilot that got shot down, and this pilot's like, no, and the show made a big deal about that pilot dying, and we're like, who the fuck was the pilot? We don't know, and we don't care. All right. And obviously, nobody could take this seriously here. Unless this was supposed to be funny on purpose. I don't know, but we were laughing our asses off at this. But it's such a filler episode. It's a very throwaway episode. Was there anything else about this piece of shit episode that we can just move on?
No.
That other character bitch slapped stormtroopers, and that took them out. The stormtroopers are that weak now, I guess. And there was a badass stuntman.
Yeah, that
I forgot
was the
his
same
name.
Episode where your stuntman.
Yeah, David. I forgot his name. His name's his first name's David. I know that sums it up. But he came in as one of the Imperial officers, and I saw a posting. Congratulations to him to getting more shine and getting out there. I would love to have him on the show one day and talk to him because he's legit badass. He's very talented. But he said that he was happy to be a part of the show, but he had a better, more planned out, cooler fight with the character that we don't give shit about that died, that the show tried to make us give a shit about. That people were like, oh, that character, no, that character died. We don't even know her name. They had a really good fight set up between both of them before she takes him out. No, they were just like, no, fuck it, just have her do a little chop something, and then go in the next scene. Kind of threw that, kind of wasted him. So that's kind of a negative for me. All right, enough of episode 4. Nobody gives a shit about that. All right, let's see here. All right, episode 5. All right. Obi-Wan plans his next move as the Empire closing in tries to draw him out. All right, so there's some good stuff in this episode. I really enjoyed this sequence right here. Between the little flashback between our boys here. Hayden doing a great job and Ewan doing a phenomenal job. And I love this scene because, kind of seen there for a second, Anakin was the stronger, more powerful guy right there. And he was talking shit. He was talking some shit to Obi-Wan. And Obi-Wan was disarmed even. And he still used his brain, his smarts, his experience, and won that little contest. And that was a great scene. So props to the show for giving us something positive. It does not last long, though. It does not last long. So now the big reveal here is we finally, after 4 episodes of bullshitting, we're finally finding out what Reva's pet peeve is with Obi can blow me. All right. And go ahead, take it away. I'm doing all the talking here. Go ahead, talk about that scene.
Well, I remember some other YouTuber had already suggested this. The scene in the what was it, the first episode where you see Order 66 when Anakin is going around killing all the younglings, and you see a little black Padawan, a young black Padawan girl.
Right.
They had already speculated that was Reva. They already assumed that was Reva, and they were correct. That was Reva. She survived Order 66.
Yeah.
And she became an Inquisitor. And her whole beef this whole time as an Inquisitor, her whole beef and her whole goal was that she wanted revenge against Darth Vader because she knows who he is.
Yes.
And she's pissed at Obi-Wan because he let because Anakin was his Padawan.
Right.
Obi-Wan, you know.
Where were you?
Yeah.
Yeah. When we were getting slaughtered.
Right.
Yeah.
And so she's pissed at Obi-Wan, pissed at Vader, so she's going to get revenge. So she really intends to get revenge on Vader also. Which, from a story standpoint, we all know that can't happen. So your story is already null and void at this point. From a story standpoint, your story is null and void.
Right.
So your existence already is pointless.
Yeah, because we know she never gets revenge anyway.
So your anger and your vengeance against Obi-Wan, also null and void. So we already know that neither direction is going anywhere from a story standpoint. So you're already pointless.
Right.
This is what I'm thinking this whole time. So she's got Obi-Wan and the rebellion or whatever.
Yeah, pinned, Ice Cube's son.
Right.
Yeah.
Pinned in this hold, and they're trying to take off, but they can't because their ship's fucked up. Because Lola fucked up the ship because Lola's got reprogrammed and turned evil. Batteries not included. Bot got turned evil. Oh, batteries not included. That was a movie from the 1980s, by the way, for you Gen Zers who don't know what that is. Look it up. Google it. It was a cute little movie that nobody remembers. Anyway.
Yeah.
Is exactly what that is. You Google it.
Anyway. They won't Google it.
Anyway. And so they're trying to buy time, and Obi-Wan is like, look, I'll help you. I'll help you out. Just, he'll never see it coming because I'll be the bait or whatever, or something like that. I don't remember the exact conversation. And you're not sure if she's gonna help or not. And at one point they leave. Well, no, they don't leave, but
no, she leads the charge.
She leads the charge.
She says fire and goes in and kills a whole bunch of innocent people.
So but she does eventually face off with
Obi-Wan gives himself up.
But she does eventually face off with Vader.
Later. But once Obi-Wan gives himself up, they have dialogue really quick.
Right.
Hey, let's work together. Right. He's after, he'll be concentrated on me.
Right. Okay.
As I escape, because remember Obi escapes on the ship.
Right. That's right.
And he'll be concentrated on me, and then he's all yours.
Right.
That's basically what happened.
Okay.
Now, boom. I'm not gonna lie. This was an entertaining scene. Basically, Vader. I enjoyed Vader. Grabbing the ship. I was like, holy shit, ripping the doors off. Basically, just toying with her. She's totally out of his league. So I kind of had some fun with this scene. I'm not gonna lie. But after running her through, she should have been dead. Okay, Qui-Gon got ran through, dead. All right, old Obi-Wan got fucked up. Okay, people are getting ran through. Who else got stabbed and lived?
Everybody except for Qui-Gon.
Yeah. Oh, Sumo brought this up earlier. He says, why does Hayden look older than Obi-Wan? He said they should have de-aged him somehow.
Hard living.
Hard living. But it was great to see him. But I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed this. Her strategy was fucking terrible. It was so bad.
That's right. Her
strategy was so bad, though.
He stopped the ship, right?
He stopped the ship, ripped the doors off, but the little ship inside
because it was a cover.
Yes.
And then she snuck up behind him, make a big old fucking noise.
It was fucking horrible.
And then that's right. And then he punked her out, and then
which was kind of fun seeing her punk.
Right. Okay. That's because this shows you how much I give a shit about this show.
Yeah.
So that was that. So she's still alive. And now she
overheard, got information. She knows where Luke is.
Did she read Obi-Wan's mind or something?
No, I think she got there. Somebody was telling Obi-Wan something. The kid is here, and something. I forgot how she got the information, guys. Maybe you can help us out. But here's the thing, guys. It doesn't matter. And I'm going to get into it doesn't matter a little bit later. Okay, here we go.
Okay, if she didn't read Obi-Wan's mind, how does she know that that's Luke Skywalker?
I forgot. Somebody was transmitting info, and she heard it.
So how does she know that that's Luke Skywalker?
Well, I forgot how. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
But she knows Luke is.
None of the show matters.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, she knows where Luke's is. All right.
Oh, the fake. Okay, that's right. There was that. That's right. The guy from Eternals. Yeah. He dropped that disc. That's right. I forgot.
Okay, there you go.
That disc that this camera made sure to zoom in on the ground.
Right.
That's right.
Right.
That's right. I forgot.
Okay. So, out of all the episodes we've seen so far, there was some cool stuff in this episode. I will admit that. All right, episode 6. Obi-Wan is drawn into a confrontation with Vader as Luke's fate hangs in the balance. Okay, let's talk about the good and the bad. All right. So y'all know the fanboy in me, right? You can see Obi-Wan fight Vader. You know I'm gonna kind of like that, right? This is the positives of. I will talk about the positives, and I will talk about the negatives of this fight. Okay, positives. I love the location. This is some old school martial arts samurai shit, where two badasses, two masters, go out in the middle of fucking nowhere and fight to the death. I really like the location. I thought that was actually pretty cool. All right, that's it. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I enjoyed, for the most part, the fight choreography was well done. There was a lot of fan service there. I mean, Obi-Wan did his little pose. You know what I'm saying? He did his little flipping around and all that stuff. So for a lot of fans of the prequels, I'm sure they were jumping up and enjoying that. And it was cool seeing Vader kind of punking him, using the Force on him a little bit. And I believe I will save the last positive. The major positive I will save after I get the negative out of the way. There was some shaky cam, and I don't know why. It wasn't needed. The shaky cam wasn't so bad to the point where it didn't piss me off, but I did notice that it was there. And it wasn't needed. I don't know why. There was a couple of shots where the camera was like far away and you see them dueling, and yet the camera's doing this. Like, why are you doing that? Stop it. So it wasn't the shaky cam wasn't that bad enough to where Samurai Guy got pissed off. And I was like, fuck this fight. Okay. But I did notice it. Another big negative about the fight is never cut away. Martial arts, action movie makers. Okay? Filmmakers, badasses, very talented people that make movies. When you have your main battle, never fucking cut away. Never cut away from your finale. Stop doing that. And as soon as I was getting into it, I was like, oh shit, it's going down. Oh no, we got to see what the fucking Reva. We got to wrap up the Reva shit. The stuff we don't give a shit about. We don't care about the story. We don't care about this character. Well, no, let's interrupt the so-called rematch of the century. Let's just go over here. And what made me laugh was fucking Baru was packing heat.
Yeah.
Fucking Baru and Owen, right?
Yeah.
Was packing heat.
Yeah. See,
and was firing on her, and I'm like, why is this taking so long to disarm both of them? But yeah, go ahead.
My issue with Reva's whole
writing's bad. The writing could have been told a lot better for that character.
Reva's motivations were fine.
Yeah.
But when you've only got 6 episodes to tell a story,
mm-hmm.
and you've got Obi-Wan's story with Leia's story, and then you've got this new character of Reva with her own motivations.
Yeah.
There's just not enough time
mm-hmm.
to tell a good enough story. So something should have been cut.
Yes.
Or
more focused on.
Something should have been lengthened.
Right.
So something needed to have been something had to give.
Yes.
And the problem with Reva is that by this point in the game, Reva was an inquisitor. Doesn't matter if she wanted revenge on Vader.
Mm-hmm.
She did a lot of bad things.
Yes.
She did a lot of bad things in the name of her vengeance.
Yes.
And like you had overheard somebody say, there were times where she was passing freeze-dried Jedi babies.
Well, it's as a joke. She's like going to her job every day.
Yeah.
She's probably walking by a whole bunch of pickled kids.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, or Jedi younglings.
Yeah, and
she yelled fire, led a whole troops in there, killed a whole bunch of innocent people.
Yes.
To make it from the streets, the streets.
Yeah.
Word to your mother, to make it from that into be in an inquisitor group. You have to have done some fucked up shit.
Yes.
To get underneath, Vader's wing.
Yes.
You have done some fucked up shit.
Yes.
So with bad writing and with only 6 episodes.
Yes.
All of a sudden she's good now.
Yes. And because
fuck off, dude.
Because we are 10 years removed from Revenge of the Sith, and this particular storyline does not address what Darth Vader knows.
Sorry, I didn't need to press that. We'll get to that in a minute.
Darth Vader does not, this particular storyline.
Right.
Now, I'm not talking about canon in other universes. I'm not talking about canon in any other continuity, any other animated series, anything. This continuity never addresses what Darth Vader knows about his children. He doesn't, this story does not address if he knows that they're alive, if he knows that there are 2 of them, if he knows anything.
Right.
This story doesn't address jack shit. So how does Reva know that Luke Skywalker is, first of all, Anakin's son, first of all. Second of all, when she goes to kill Luke Skywalker out of vengeance or justice or whatever, what are her motivations for going to kill Luke?
I guess she's going to kill Luke to get back at Vader.
But how does she know he's going to give a shit? At this stage in the game,
that's true.
Does she know that he knows?
Yeah.
And if she knows that he knows,
he's already killed children.
Does he? Why would she think?
Why would he? Yeah. Why would she think she cared about Luke?
Because we don't even know if he knows at this stage in the game from a story. And I'm nitpicking. Fine, sue me. But I'm saying because we don't know from a viewer's perspective.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to be, I'm legitimately asking these questions because from a character perspective,
right?
We have no reason to give a shit about this story. And when you're interrupting a story that we do care about, and I'm asking these questions to these writers because you gave us this premise,
right?
You gave us this premise of Obi-Wan and Luke and Anakin facing off again, fucking up the timeline, fucking up the continuity between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope. You did this.
Mm-hmm.
You gave us this.
Right.
So now you're forcing us to ask these questions because you've presented this. You presented us this as, here you go. This is what happened. Okay, well then I'm bouncing this back to you.
Right.
Why should we care?
Right.
Because now you've given us this new character of Reva that now you're saying you're threatening us with a spinoff of this character.
This spinoff is dead on arrival.
Who has now
dead on arrival?
Who has now interrupted this storyline between Anakin and Obi-Wan's new confrontation. Going to kill Luke Skywalker, who we don't know if Anakin even knows about, for justice. Why would he care? Why would Anakin care? Does he know? We don't know. Yeah. Would he care? We don't know. So what is her motivation? We don't know. So why would we care, writers? I'm serious. Yeah. I'm being serious. So ultimately, why should I care? And now you have now interrupted a somewhat more interesting story with this character that I don't give a shit about. And I'm being serious.
And before you dropped all that knowledge, I at first thought that she was just trying to get back at Obi-Wan because she knew Obi-Wan cared for the boy. I thought that's what she was doing at first. But everyone's kind of going with your theory. that she's still trying to get revenge on Vader. But it's still the same. It's still the same. Two different what you call motivations. It's still bad. It's still bad writing for this character. Now we have seen movies and TV series where we are introduced to an antagonist, and through good writing, a series or movie series that takes its time to develop, and you can kind of go and root for this guy. He's like, hey, this person used to be the antagonist, but now he's searching for redemption or trying to do something right for a change. And in a way, we can kind of root for this character. We've seen it done right, but you can't do that in 6 episodes with all these other characters. And think about all the episodes they wasted with just like the 4th episode. They wasted time.
And that was only 30 minutes.
Yeah.
That was 30 minutes.
Yeah.
You could have condensed down to a 10-minute rescue scene and devoted another 40 minutes to a story of substance, of something else.
Right.
You don't need a 30-minute rescue operation.
Yeah. Yeah.
A whole entire 30-minute episode of a rescue operation, and that's it.
And
that's filler.
Filler. Stop. We don't need, if you got 6 episode series, there should be no filler episodes. None. There should be none. But after this bullshit, so, you know, I'm a good guy now. I'm not going to kill Luke. Yay. And you have Obi-Wan going, you're not like Vader because you made a choice. This all could have worked with better writing leading up to this. But think about it. The episode before that, she led a troop. She led a whole platoon that went in there and killed a whole bunch of innocent people. And the very next episode, I'm good. No, fuck you, you failed. All right, next. All right, so let's get to the best part of the fight. So, before we get to the best part of the fight, one more minor nitpick. I enjoyed the fight for what it was. I thought that we were going to get a callback to their encounter earlier. I thought something similar was going to happen. Meaning, Obi-Wan's getting his butt kicked, right? And he's just not as powerful force-wise as Vader is. So he uses his experience and he uses his smarts to overcome him. I thought something similar like that was going to happen. But no, he just thinks of Princess Leia. He's buried under rubble. He just thinks of Princess Leia, and then he's powered over 9,000 like that. He's got his force blue ball. He's got his force balls back, not blue balls. His force balls back, and you know he's just as powerful as Rey now from Rise of the Skywalker, and he can move blocks, and then he just beats the shit out of Vader after that. So in turn, again, visually it's fun to watch, right? Force people using force powers. Visually it's fun to watch, but I kind of thought, you know, that this scene was kind of important, and the end finale fight would kind of be similar in a way. I thought that was going to happen, but they were like, no, you waited 6 episodes for this. You're going to fucking get it now. And he fucks up Vader. He cuts his helmet open. And I like how they did the voice back and forth when Hayden was talking to him, and he's kind of damaged, and you hear a mixture of Anakin's Anakin's voice and James Earl Jones' Vader voice. Mm-hmm. I thought that was cool. So now the best part of the fight. This directing and this scene was fucking 5 out of 5 stars.
Kind of made up for that cringy "I hate you" scream from Revenge of the Sith, but anyway.
This was phenomenal. So he fucks up Vader. We have this really good dialogue. His helmet. We have this really good dialogue. Apparently this happened on Rebels, I'm told. I guess Ahsoka did the exact same thing on the Rebels animated series, and you see Anakin's eye through there. Which I still need to watch that show. You guys recommended that to me. I got to check it out. But Hayden's performance here, really good. Really good. And Ewan's performance, fucking fantastic. And they had this dialogue between each other. And go ahead and talk about the best line. The best line.
It basically boiled down to Anakin just looking at him and was like, what was it? You didn't kill me, I killed me.
Yeah, you didn't kill Anakin.
Yeah.
I killed Anakin.
Yeah.
That is fucking gangster.
Yeah.
That is fucking evil as shit. That is phenomenal. Now imagine that exact same dialogue and sequence in a really good show.
Yeah.
Imagine that. We would have had Star Wars boners at this point. But we're here, like I said, we're here to talk about the negative and the positive. But that was one of the major positives. But another negative is just like episode 3. Obi-Wan has the high ground, and he walks away and doesn't finish him off. Again. He should finish. He can finish him off. No, I'm just gonna leave him there. I'm gonna walk away. It's all good. It's all good. I know they couldn't do it. I know, because episode 4. I get it. I got it. But we're gonna get into It Doesn't Matter in a minute. So Luke shows up. So it goes. I mean, not Luke. Obi-Wan shows up at the end and he goes, "Hello there," just like all the Obi-Wan moments, the classic Obi-Wan moments, and gives Luke. He meets Luke. And gives him a toy or whatever. He meets Luke. So Luke is that fucking dumb. Luke is that fucking stupid.
He doesn't know his name.
Oh. He
doesn't say his name.
Oh, just look at there. Always a way out. Huh?
What?
Always a way out.
What? Disney. Disney.
He was chased by a lady.
There's always a way out. Disney.
Yeah, there you go. Disney. There's always a way out. He was chased by a lady with a lightsaber. But when he sees the lightsaber in episode 4, it's like, oh, I've never seen this. It doesn't matter.
Hey, it's like Leia. I had a whole adventure with Obi-Wan Kenobi when I was 10 years old.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna watch him die when I'm 20 and not give a fuck.
It doesn't matter.
There's always a way.
There's always a way out. All right. So you know what? Hey, I'm not gonna lie. It was nice seeing Qui-Gon. It was more nice seeing Liam Neeson. It was nice seeing Liam. It was nice to see him. Again, a fun moment that could have been an amazing, great moment if we had a better show. Right? Yeah. All right. Anything else before I go into my timeline?
No, there were Did you want to talk about the quote?
The quote?
That somebody, either Deborah Chow said this show was going to be akin to.
Oh, I did not know this. I had no idea this was a thing. So when I found this out the other day, I was like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Are you kidding me right now? Again, there's a lot of people that love this show. They were happy. They were crying at the end. I'm so happy for you. I'm glad you guys got enjoyment. We don't want you guys to not enjoy yourselves. We're giving our own opinion on our own goddamn channel. That's the kind of the point of it. We have to be honest. You want us to be fake and love everything, right? But I didn't know this. Go ahead.
I thought it was, you heard Kathleen Kennedy. I thought it was Deborah Chow, the director of the series, was basically saying that, the show is basically going to be akin to somewhere along the lines of a cross between Joker and Logan.
Joker and Logan.
Which, no.
What?
No, honey. No.
What?
No. I guess because Logan had a little girl with him.
Okay, but Joker, I guess origin story. Look,
Bob Odinson, you are correct. You are correct. I will never shit on the people who like stuff like this. We will never do that.
No, we never punch down.
That's not what we do here.
We don't punch down.
Because you know what? That's trashy. That's trashy to do shit like that.
People need to stop doing that.
If you love Avatar, good for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. But yeah, Bob says that quote is insane. Yeah, it's insane. So here we go, guys. I have a theory, and I want to know your opinion. even those that are watching after this is live, let me know in the comments below what you guys think of this theory. I don't know if I can think this way, but I don't know if this will help. If you guys are loving, here's the thing, we don't hate everything Disney, Star Wars. We love Rogue One. We will defend Rogue One till the end. Okay? We love Mandalorian season 1 and 2. Loved it. Raved about it. Tried to get other people to watch. However, the Marvel shows have just given us, every Marvel show after WandaVision has given, not, I always say it gives me blue balls, but it gives us potential and then disappointment. Next show, potential, disappointment. Potential, some good scenes here and there, disappointment. Potential, those 2 episodes were awesome. Those 2 episodes out of the 6-episode show was awesome. So that should work, right? You got what you wanted. No, this needs to stop. Okay. And so after Boba shit and fucking, they had 2 good episodes in it, didn't it? Right. But overall, it was disappointing. And unfortunately with this, by default, 5 and 6 are the best episodes by default. But it's not enough. It's not enough to save the show for us. Stop these 6-episode shows that with filler in it, okay? Gravy's just chilling on my back there. But if you guys love everything Disney Star Wars,
good jump.
If you love everything Disney Star Wars and you're like, dude, Boba Fett was fucking great. Obi-Wan, fucking dope. Sauce. Okay?
Sauce.
This will not pertain to you. What I'm about, this theory, I'm going to throw at you, this idea. These are for the people that are struggling with Disney Star Wars right now. So this is what I'm going to give you guys right here. Okay? So if you're struggling right now, this may or may not work for you. For us, probably not. But for you, I'm going to just throw this out there. Hail Mary. All right. Disney Star Wars movies and shows, nothing matters. Continuity doesn't exist. They're doing their own thing with the legacy characters. They're creating their own adventure, their own world, and there's no connection, there's no continuity to the older movies. I'll give you an example. Star Trek, all right? When J.J. Abrams took over, his series of movies were under the Kelvin timeline, to the point where that's what they call it. So it's not canon to the original series. There's no continuity to the original series. This is its own thing, doing its own thing with the legacy characters. They even have this on the 4K box sets now. They highlight the Kelvin timeline now. Mm-hmm. So, moving forward, those of you that are struggling struggling with Disney era Star Wars in general, can you guys look at these properties, all of these properties, as the Kelvin timeline of Star Wars, where nothing matters, continuity does not exist, and Disney Star Wars Kelvin timeline era of movies and shows are doing their own thing with the legacy characters, and there you go. Does that help? For us, it does not. We're kind of done. We're kind of checked out. But for those of you that are having issues with the Disney era Star Wars, not including The Mandalorian, okay, can you view all of these shows? Because that's what's going to keep happening. We're going to get more shows, we're going to get more movies, and they're going to fuck it up. They're going to fuck up the continuity. It's not going to make sense. And it's not going to matter. Right? So can you look at Disney era Star Wars as the Kelvin timeline? I want you guys to let me know in chat and let me know in the comments, because some people might be completely fine with that. They're like, yeah, Disney's doing their own thing. They're telling their own stories. brand new adventures with the legacy characters, and they're doing whatever they want, and they're making fun content. So you guys may be perfectly fine with Disney era. I'm going to call it Kelvin timeline content. So I don't know if that helps you. It may not. It doesn't help us. We're still annoyed, as if you can't tell right now. So I want to know what you guys think. So let me go over here to chat right now. Let's see here. Let's see. I just finished Obi-Wan. Pointless story. Disney has a strange infatuation with trying to push their characters all the while crapping on the legacy characters. There you go. There we go. Disney Star Wars, not my canon. There you go. All right. Sumo. Sumo thinks Jar Jar Binks should have been on the show. I'm kind of surprised Jar Jar Binks hasn't showed up anywhere. Let's see. I say, I keep getting this weird feeling that they're going to remake 4, 5, and 6 completely. Oh God, I will laugh hysterically at that. Severio says, I do agree with you on that. As much as I've enjoyed these shows, they need to give us more episodes. Okay. Yeah. So I don't know if looking at this Disney era of content as a Kelvin timeline, I don't know if that helps you. It may not. And believe it or not, even though she's saying don't do it, she's saying don't do it. Again, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. I won't watch Andor. And the only reason I'm interested in Andor is because there's no legacy characters in it. Okay. And this is an era where we get to see the beginnings of the rebellion. So we're getting kind of new characters we're looking at, and a story we not necessarily have seen in live action. So fingers crossed that Andor will be a good story, man. That's all we want. We know the production value is going to be there. We know there's probably going to have some cool action scenes, okay? But we want a good story. We want memorable characters, Stop forcing characters like Reva on us with bad writing. With good writing, I guarantee you Reva would have been an awesome fucking character, right? And we could go on, we can watch her adventures moving forward. Will we watch her adventures moving forward now? Probably not. Probably not. But I don't know. I'm not going to rush I'm not going to go out and rush out of my way to watch Andor when it comes out. But I have my fingers crossed for it because, again, there's no legacy characters in it. So we got a shot at something special, I hope. But with all these blue balls track record of failure, at least for us, everybody loves the Marvel shows. They love it, okay? Yeah. It's no RRR, which is fucking amazing. I'm just kidding. We love RRR. But yeah. All right. So let us know in the comments below. We're not ending the video, but let us know in the comments below what you guys think of the Kelvin timeline Disney era for Star Wars. Does that help you get through it? Let us know. All right. Enough of that. Overall, do you prefer Obi-Wan over Book of Boba Fett?
Oh God!
Well, I know they have those 2 special Mandalorian episodes.
That's the problem. Is at least God.
Right? It's like which shit smells the least.
you have to watch. You have to watch the last 2 episodes of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
To get into the 3rd season of Mandalorian.
Yeah. Right.
You don't have to watch Obi-Wan for anything.
I wonder if you could just skip to episode 5 and 6 and call it a day for Obi-Wan.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I guess you could just skip.
You don't even have to watch, but you don't have to watch Obi-Wan for anything.
That's true.
You know what?
That's true.
A lot of people like this.
Oh, it was fun seeing Sidious for a little bit. That was fun.
Some people like the relationship with Obi-Wan and Leia, and I can see why. But honestly, I think it adds absolutely nothing to anything, because if you go back and watch New Hope, and granted, A New Hope is my least favorite.
It's my least favorite too.
It's my least go-to of the 3 original.
Yeah, I love the movie, but not as much as the other 2.
It's just not my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
There is absolutely no connection between Leia and Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
She sends him the hologram. She says, "You served my father in the Clone Wars. Help me, One Kenobi. You're my only hope."
Yeah.
When he dies, there is nothing.
Yeah.
She consoles Luke, who is more distraught over Obi-Wan's death, whom he had just met like a day ago.
Right.
And trained with for a few hours. Luke Skywalker is more upset over Obi-Wan Kenobi's death than Princess Leia. And don't give me that shit about, oh, well, she's a princess. She's a this and that and this and that. She barely even shed a tear over her fucking planet dying because she's a this and that and this. Don't give me that shit.
Yeah.
Don't give me that. Just don't.
It's almost like there was moments where it was so try hard too. Like, we randomly found your mother's blaster holder. Randomly somewhere we found it, and now I'm giving it to you. And at the end, Leia's holding her mom's blaster holder, and I'm like, there's some people out there that says, compared to Leia in the trilogy and the original trilogy, and compared to Leia on this show, they're making Leia a Mary Sue, and she was not. Princess Leia is an iconic character. Princess Leia is a great character because when you first meet her, she's kind of a snob. She's kind of a bitch a little bit when you first meet her. And then when you get to know her a little bit, you're like, oh shit, she knows how to fight back. She's a blaster. She's kind of a badass, but she fails along the way, but she's a great character. She's not, I know how to do everything technically. I can outforce someone else, even though I don't know anything about the Force. And I'm just a badass. I'm great at everything. And some people are saying that. I'm not personally saying that Leia on this show is a Mary Sue, but some people have an argument for it, But then again, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. It's the Kelvin timeline of Star Wars.
And that's why I'm saying there were parts of Obi-Wan that I was, and don't get me, I was actually really looking forward to the show.
Everybody was.
By my own mistake. That was my mistake. I was looking forward to this fucking show because ever since Rogue One came out, and Jimmy Smits came in.
Oh, hold on. We have a correction. Hold on.
What?
Bob says that was the Imperial Girls holster. The girl that died, the girl we didn't give a shit about.
Okay.
Still stupid. I thought that was... I don't know why I thought he said it was his mother.
It matters.
Her mother's holster. I thought he said it was his mom. Her mom. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter. It's even worse.
Matters even less.
Okay. Well, thank you for clarifying that, Bob.
Yeah.
But yeah, go ahead.
So ever since Rogue One came out and Jimmy Smith showed up, his character from the prequels.
Yeah.
I was actually really happy about that, even though at the time we were still on the high that was Episode 7. Because we didn't know that the dark times were about to come. And we were still kind of bitter about the prequels at the time.
Right.
And we didn't know how bad the Disney trilogy was going to get. And, but I was, when Jimmy Smith showed up in Rogue One, I was like, you know what? If you can salvage anything from those prequels, anything, I would actually be really okay with that. If you could bring back Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan, I'd be really happy about that. Even if you could bring back Anakin and Hayden Christensen, even though I didn't like him as just because his dialogue was cringe.
It's not his fault. It's not his fault.
I was always really okay with the idea of salvaging anything from those films. Like I was never okay with the look of the films. The movies themselves, to me, they had this really ugly early to mid 2000s. I know the first one came out in 99, but early to mid 2000s, just this ugly CGI. Everything was heavily CGI. I hated the way the movies looked. There was just this clean, pristine aesthetic to them that I never liked.
Yeah, a lot of it looked fake.
Yeah, I just never liked the way the movies looked. Yeah. But then, after the Disney trilogy came out, in hindsight, you come to look at it and it's like, oh my God, those movies actually had a clear vision as opposed to this. And it's like, oh my God, you never knew. You never knew. Who the fuck knew? And so when Obi-Wan series was like, oh my God, this could be a thing. We could actually start taking bits of the prequels and actually salvaging something. And then, oh my God, Hayden Christensen. I was actually like, hey, some shit can come out of this, Hey,
I was a little excited. Yeah.
And then, in comes Jimmy Smits and in comes fucking Owen.
Yeah, my boy. God damn it. The actor that played Owen in the prequels.
Yes. The guy.
The guy.
The really good actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really good actor.
Joel Edgerton.
Joel Edgerton.
And even the chick, the Brew, the same actress, all these people came back and it was like, oh my God, these people are coming back. And it's like, this is crazy. The continuity's there and people are, it's like, this is nice.
Yeah.
They're actually giving a shit and everybody's still, coming to play. I was actually excited, like a moron. I was excited, even though the sting of the Disney prequel, the Disney trilogies were still there in my mind. And even though Boba Fett had just happened and it was still there in my mind, but I was thinking, but it's Obi-Wan. How can you fuck up an Obi-Wan?
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Your only help. Come on, Obi-Wan. You're the one. You're the one.
I was thinking, how could you fuck this up like a moron? Like a moron, I was thinking. How could you? And by God,
we expected a more personal journey and story with the character. And we thought with the first episode, half of the first episode, we thought that's what we were going to get. We were not expecting, when we finally get an Obi-Wan Kenobi show, that it was literally going to be the adventures of Princess Leia until the last 2 episodes.
Yeah.
It's not what we wanted.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people out there they love the show, and I'm glad you guys love it. One more nitpick to make you guys mad at me. Even though I enjoyed the end fight, despite the shaky cam and Obi-Wan just powering up out of nowhere, I still visually, I like the fight choreography. I enjoyed it for the most part. I like the fight. Gonna get a lot of flack for this, but do you guys remember this? I gotta share it so you guys can see what I see. Do you guys remember this? Star Wars SE-38 reimagined. I hate to say this, but I enjoyed this Obi-Wan Kenobi, this Redux Obi-Wan Kenobi versus Darth Vader fight a lot more. I enjoyed this a lot more. And this was some small team that put this amazing fight together. I don't know if you guys have seen this. If you've never seen this, that's what it looks like. That's the title of the video. Look it up on YouTube. And this is like 2 years old. And this is fucking great. This fight kind of beats the fight in episode 6. But I just wanted to point that out. I don't want people to forget things that are Star Wars, but they're actually badass and very well done. So let's get back to it. But yeah, I kind of like that more. But enough of Obi-Wan. Let's go ahead and move it along here. Now we're going to talk about, thanks again for still hanging out with us. You guys are awesome. And Gravy is being quiet. I'm stunned.
He just ate.
There's a catch, huh? So now, quickly, we're going to go over some movies that have been out for a while. We had a movie marathon last Friday, right?
We did. So what happened last week? We had a little scare. This Mr. here was not feeling well.
Yeah.
He got sick.
Yeah, he got
very sick. We had to take an emergency trip to the vet. And once he was starting to feel better with his meds, we started just having a movie marathon, and we grabbed our Blu-ray wallet. We're like, fuck it. We got thousands of movies at our disposal.
Yeah.
That aren't on aren't on streaming services.
Yeah.
And we just popped in we took out one of our wallets and we just started watching Blu-rays.
Mm-hmm.
And
there's a lot of Blu-rays we own that we haven't watched yet.
There are.
Yeah, which happens when you're used to be a collector, like we used to. But let's go ahead and jump into it. Just briefly talk about some of these. So first up, 2016's Nocturnal Animals, a mystery, kind of Alfred Hitchcockian style, even with the soundtrack, kind of sounds like a Hitchcock movie soundtrack in a way. Mystery, a story within a story, and that's all we'll say.
Yeah.
We won't spoil any more, but this was really good, guys.
Yeah.
This surprised us. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but yeah, phenomenal performances here, especially from the cast. And Michael Shannon is God. Michael Shannon is God. Okay, but the surprising standout performance in this movie I guess, like his character said in Age of Ultron, we didn't see it coming. Oh, do I get points for that?
You might.
Hey, I get points.
Just
Can I get a kiss? Can I get a kiss point? Oh, yeah. Oh. Aaron Taylor Johnson. That's right. The guy that was so generic in Godzilla 2014, they didn't really give him that much to do, who was fun and kick-ass, but that movie itself was what we loved more, but he was fun in that role. You will not recognize him in this. His performance as the antagonist in this movie is so... I wanted to jump through the TV and kick this guy's fucking ass.
Yeah.
I wanted to beat the shit out of this motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's how great Aaron Taylor Johnson's performance was.
And
now, should he be playing Marvel's fucking... What is the character movie coming out? Kraven the Hunter? Probably not. I don't know about that, but I'm talking about this movie right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But go ahead.
And Jake Gyllenhaal, solid.
Oh, yeah.
He always is.
Oh, he's good too.
You wanted to slap him.
Oh, I wanted to slap the shit out of Jake.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
The character.
Yes, of course.
But yeah, but again, another great performance from him to bring emotion out of us like that.
Yes.
Very interesting opening credits.
Yes.
Was not expecting any of that.
Yes.
Very interesting. Those ladies were very brave. Samurai Guy will not be taking off his shirt. But very brave.
Nor would I.
Yeah.
I would not be doing what those ladies would be doing.
But without spoiling it, can you kind of maybe give them an idea of what it's about? Because I don't want to spoil it for them if they want to watch it.
So Amy Adams is a very, very, very well-to-do off. She's very well off.
She's so rich, she's bored.
Yeah, she's very well off. She's an artist. She's married to
Armie Hammer's character.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And he seems to be having issues with his what is he, like a lawyer? Is he a lawyer? Did they say he's a lawyer?
So. I have to. It's been a while.
He's he is he seems to be having issues with his practice, and it seems like he's struggling.
Yeah.
And what the fuck is that?
He's gonna take my shirt off.
Okay.
I don't want to scare anyone.
And it's obvious that there's something going on with his side of the marital relationship.
Right. The marriage ain't working out.
Right.
But she used to be with Jake Gyllenhaal's character,
which you find out through a series of flashbacks throughout the film.
Mm-hmm.
Armie Hammer and Amy Adams, obviously, they're just not having a good relationship. Mm-hmm. Armie comes home. Amy's like, I thought you were gonna stay. He's like, no, sorry, I gotta go, gotta bounce. She's like, you just got home. He's like, I gotta go.
I gotta go cheat on you.
Yeah. And basically through a phone call, she basically realizes that he's with another woman. Mm-hmm. And while at home, she gets this book.
She gets a delivery. She gets a special delivery.
And there's a note from her former husband mm-hmm. saying, you inspired this book from me.
Yeah.
And this story within this book, which she envisions these characters in her head, mm-hmm. one of whom looks very much like her, played by Isla Fisher, which is hilarious.
Which is hilarious. Yeah.
Which that's like one of the funniest things, is because obviously those two look very much alike. One whom looks like Isla Fisher, one who looks just like Jake Gyllenhaal, mm-hmm. which obviously is also who plays her ex-husband.
Right.
And then there's a daughter who kind of looks like her daughter in real life, but you only see her once, which is which is a very strange thing. I was like, mm-hmm. was that real, or was that what was that? But it doesn't matter, because it never comes up again. And the story that unfolds as she's reading it is juxtaposed to flashbacks that she has of her married life with him. Right. Don't really want to go too much.
We can't go. That's it. That's it.
It's a very slow burn of a film.
Yeah, it's a drama. It's a thriller.
And it's kind of open to interpretation, but not so much that you're going to be left scratching your head. Right. I'll just put it that way. It's not like what was that? What's going on? It's nothing like I don't get it. It's not like that. Mm-hmm. But it's very interesting.
It's good. It's a great movie.
Yeah.
I was very surprised by it, and it has given Samurai Guy an idea. After watching Aaron's performance in this movie, Did it come on screen? There we go. What's going on? There we go. We had a little delay there. After watching his performance on screen, in the future on the channel, we both may do a video, basically films that have changed our opinion on an actor. And we might do that. Because we were always okay with him. You know, like we liked him in Kick-Ass, but we didn't really love him in anything else. And then all of a sudden, holy shit.
Yeah.
He like really surprised us. So this might be a fun video. Movies that have changed our opinions on actors over the years. All right. So stay tuned for that. All right. So we highly recommend Nocturnal Animals. We got two more? We got 2 more left.
Yeah.
We're going to the sci-fi realm now. We're going to the sci-fi realm. 2014's Predestination with my homie. Oh, fancy. I didn't know it was going to look like that. Fancy smaxy. Ooh. Predestination with my home skillet now. Ethan Hawke. That's right. Who I'm hearing has been killing it literally and artistically in the Black Phone movie that's coming out tomorrow. We wanted to go see it. We can't see it, guys. So I'm just letting you know. Something else came up. We won't be able to see it tomorrow, but we're going to make a date. We got it in the calendar, goddammit. Next week, we'll see Black Phone, and we'll do a review for you guys. But, yeah, again, without really spoiling this, because there's some... Speaking of spoiled, this little guy. Let's talk about the plot synopsis without spoiling it briefly.
Oh, Lord.
Sci-fi time. Sci-fi.
Okay. A time traveler from the future tries to go back in time to stop a guy from blowing up a city.
Yeah.
I'll just put it that way.
Yeah.
That's like the most simplified version. Like,
yeah. Well, we can mention Ethan Hawke without spoiling too much. Like, he's an agent.
He's an agent.
He's like a time traveling agent from this organization.
He goes back in time to try to stop a catastrophic...
The Fizzle bomber?
Yes.
Right. That's what they call this guy.
Yes.
The Fizzle bomber.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
I thought I said hi back. Are you up to date on your end?
There we go.
Sorry, we had some lag, guys. We're back.
Yeah, there we go.
All right. All right.
Yeah, we got the lag. Sorry about that.
Yeah, so
Hi.
We are introduced to this other character, comes into Ethan Hawke's bar. Hold on. Let me click on this here.
Oh, I love that frozen. See the frozenness of me. Thank you. There's one for you.
All right.
There you go.
But yeah, back to the plot of the movie, which we will not spoil. But a character wanders into Ethan Hawke's bar.
Oh, I wish I could spoil it for you because
I had issues. Don't spoil it.
I had issues with
and
this
the person,
movie.
the person talks about the past, which will lead to other things being explained. But the meat. The meat,
so
you can't, the meat of it is we're trying to stop the Fizzle bomber with time travel. Very well done. When something is revealed later, she was just like, ew. It's weird. That's all we're gonna say. Listen, it's weird.
It's okay. It's a really low budget movie.
Yeah.
It's really well made though.
Well made
for it being a low budget film.
Yeah.
It's a good little sci-fi movie.
Yeah.
It's a time travel movie, so you're gonna have your don't hold it up to the light too much, or you're gonna be like, whoa, this doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So don't do that. But and it's based on a short story, by Heinlein, the guy who did Starship Troopers. And from what I've gathered, it's very faithful to the short story.
Oh, okay.
Which is fine.
Yeah,
which is good. Yeah. But Jesus Christ.
Yeah, when you
the protagonist in this story.
Don't ruin it.
Ew.
Yeah.
You've got a fucking hell of an ego on you, sir. Sir.
Yeah, it's weird. It's
Sir.
very strange. But
Oh.
definitely very well made. I enjoy. Oh, sorry. I recommend you guys check it out for sure. For free, you guys can watch it. But I like the creativity with the time travel. I like how, since it was a small budget, they did things that actually kind of worked. You know, they would disappear and then they would reappear somewhere else, but you wouldn't see them right away. It would be like a gust of wind, and you would see trash or papers kind of go like that, and then you'd see them running up the steps and coming around. Like it was really creative.
Mm.
Yeah. But Ethan Hawke, my home skillet. It's nice seeing him in here and not in Moon Knight, not sleepwalking in Moon Knight. All right, let's keep going. Now, here's the last one. Now, I'm going to get a lot of flack. I know I'm going to get a lot of flack. You're going to be like, how in the hell, Samurai Guy, have you not seen this movie? How did that happen? Hey, it happens sometimes, okay? Here we go. I'm ready to get the stink eye. Collateral. I know, right? Fucking Michael Mann, Tom Cruise, you know, Jamie Foxx. I know you guys are like, what? Yeah, Collateral, 2004.
I know.
God damn it.
I know.
Yeah, 2004.
That's a major oops.
Better late than ever, though. That's the magic of movies, right? But this is my shit right here. Now, this is not an action movie. However, there's a shootout later. There's a whole entire action set piece that happens in a club, and it is fucking phenomenal. I was not expecting this at all. I was kind of expecting more of a kind of a cat and mouse type of story, kind of a thriller / drama, where Jamie Foxx, who is says to everyone that he's been fucking his being a cab driver is temporary, but he's been doing it for 12 years, but he has dreams and ambitions. But unfortunately, he picks up the wrong guy. And Tom Cruise Tom Cruise is great in this film, and he plays a hitman, and we are along for the ride throughout the film. But it's not an action movie. But I wish I could do a scrap. If it wasn't so long, I would do a Scrapping with Samurai episode with Tom Cruise. With this sequence in the club is like that's fucking great. But yeah, suspense filled. Let's see. Did I get the stink eye yet? No stink eye from nobody, huh? Kevin says he enjoyed Ethan Hawke lately, except Moon Knight. I can't wait for Black Phone. But yeah, you guys are nice. You guys are nice. I was surprised. I was waiting for the stink eye. But dude, great suspense building. This is one of my favorite sequences in the movie.
I can't see it from
there. I'm waiting for Lady Fat Blood to see it. Man, how much lag is on real time?
A lot of lag.
The jazz club sequence.
Yeah.
This was fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
The jazz club sequence is great.
Yeah.
Because he invites a very talented jazz musician to come over there, and they have a good talk about jazz and its history and Miles Davis. And then boom, it's so good. Tension filled, suspense building, phenomenal stuff. Did you have any nitpicks with the movie?
Not real. I think there was only.
You could say what they did with Jada Pinkett's character was a little convenient, but why do I see that kind of like happening in the novel? Like if this was based off a novel, I could see somebody kind of writing that.
It's like, I think the only nitpick I had was that Tom Cruise's character got into the cab right after he got into the cab at the building that Jamie Foxx had just dropped off Jada
Pinkett Smith.
Yeah, her character at the very beginning of the film.
Okay.
And it's like he already had the briefcase with all the information at that point. So why wasn't she his first target?
Oh.
I
didn't even think. See?
That was my only nitpick. That was my only nitpick.
This is why she's the smarter one.
That was my only nitpick.
I didn't even notice that until you brought it up right now.
It's like by that point, he should have already had the information.
Unless he just didn't. He felt like he had time. He was going to get her later.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that was my only nitpick.
Wow, I didn't even think about that.
Unless he had like a specific layout, but it's like, dude, you're already there.
Right.
Why don't you just go in there? Like, he was already in the building because he passed her on the stairs. I thought.
I got to go back and watch it again.
I could have sworn he passed her on the stairs. He
was
in the same building.
See, she blows my mind.
Like,
she blows my mind
every time. I could have sworn he passed her on the stairs. He was in the same building as her. So it's like, and he ends up in the same building by the end of the film. So it's not like he wasn't going to kill her in that building. So it's like, So that was my only nitpick. But aside from that,
I didn't even think about that. Other than that, it's a great movie.
Like, aside from that, I enjoyed the hell out of the film. Tom
was great.
It was a really nice, intense, like, especially like you said, the jazz scene. That was really good. I liked the scene where I
Jamie Foxx did good too.
Try not to spoil it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an old movie. It's like almost 20 years old.
Yeah, I mean, you can talk. I mean, you can minor spoiler.
The scene
mini
where,
spoiler.
Where Fox had to go in and get the information.
Oh, that was great.
Javier Bardem.
Yeah.
And he had to like fake being Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Because Javier didn't know who Tom Cruise was.
Yeah, Tom Cruise's character, no one knows what he looks like.
Yeah.
So he used Jamie Foxx to go in the club to get information from Javier Bardem, who's another phenomenal actor. But Jamie's acting was so good in that scene.
Yeah.
That was great.
And Jamie Foxx had, he's obviously a very timid, kind of mild-mannered dude.
Yeah.
And he kind of like goes in like really unsure of himself, and like on a dime, he starts acting like a badass and like a cocky guy. Like, I enjoyed that scene. That was a really good scene.
That was great. Yeah. Phenomenal movie. Really enjoy it.
I liked how the scene at the end.
I do this for 11.
Well, the scene at the end when Tom Cruise is on the train.
Yeah.
And he says the line again. We get shot.
Oh, which one? What is the line?
He said the line: a guy walks onto a train in the middle of the city and dies. Does anybody notice? Because he said that earlier.
Yeah.
I like that. It was kind of
that was cool.
Yeah,
that was a nice little callback.
Yeah, I enjoyed that a lot.
Yeah, because his whole thing was death doesn't matter. That's why. Because Jamie was asking, "Why do you do what you do?"
Yeah.
Look at that.
I enjoyed that a lot.
Phenomenal movie. If you guys have not seen it, definitely check out Collateral. I thought we were going to be talking a lot more with all the content that we talked about tonight. I thought this stream was gonna be like 3 hours, but it's only 1 hour and 48.
Oh my god! Wow.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Time flies when you're having fun.
Well, Kevin, you're gonna have to come out and visit.
What's Kevin saying?
He wants gravy.
He wants to steal gravy, huh? Oh man, hey, we love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight on a Friday night. Don't forget to tune in Monday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. It's gonna be me and old Rick. And Kung Fu Santa himself, Rick Myers, you're going to want to hear what he thinks about some of the movies we talked about, but he's got tons more movies that he's seen. I want to know. I'm curious what he has to say about all these other films. And he's seen Lightyear and all kinds of other movies that Samurai Guy didn't get a chance to see. So it's going to be cool to talk with him. And Tuesday, if things still go well, Tuesday afternoon, 1:30 p.m., Samurai Guy's going to have a special guest, and you're going to enjoy who I have. It's going to be a lot of fun. So stay tuned. You guys are awesome. You fucking rock. Keep watching movies. Keep enjoying yourself. Have fun. That's right. And again, we love you. We see you guys next time. Anything you want to say?
He's sleeping.
He's saying subscribe.
He's awake.
Oh, he's awake now. Thanks again, guys. We're on our journey to get to 30K. So thanks again for your support, and we will see you badasses next time. Take care, guys.
Sorry, Wyatt, dude. We're gone. Sorry, you missed it.
Sorry,
you just missed it.
We got to pack it in.
Just missed it. Sorry, bro. Sorry.
Take care, guys. See you next time.
I don't ever slow up. No, I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up. No, I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.